Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So if you are watching this video, it's either you like to hear me talking to myself no matter what, or you are interested in getting $3,400 per month in passive income for life. Right, so I like to think that it's more of the latter and not the former. Okay, and anyway, I published a blog post this morning on the topic, so there's going to be some numbers involved, and it's probably easier to see when you read my blog post. But of course, if you just want to hear me talking to myself, sharing the numbers here in my video, that's fine too. Right, I'll leave a link in the description box below to the blog post I published this morning in case you want to see the numbers for yourself. Right, anyway, it's about this video is going to be about how I'm going to get $3,400 per month, about there, passive income from a non-investment. Right, so the thing is, a couple of comments in my last video got me thinking. Right, one reader told me, "Hey AK, you're growing older, better spend your money before your health deteriorates." That's probably in response to how I was sucking on a cough drop and what I said about my throat irritating me a lot more these days. And I know the reader means well, but I have very little interest in spending more money than I do now. It's very hard to change one's lifestyle, but I'm not living like a pauper, right? I mean, if you have been following my blogs for a long time, I'm not living like a pauper. I own a condominium apartment, I have a car, and those are very big ticket items in Singapore, right? So I do have quite a lot of money that I have to spend on these things, and also of course I'm providing financial support, parental support, and that's quite a bit of money as well. So I do spend money, but I spend money on my parents or my family. I'm more willing to spend money on them than I'm willing to spend money on myself, but I do give myself treats once in a while, right? I mean, if you have been following me on my community tab, for example, in YouTube, the YouTube community tab, I share photos of some of the things that I have and some of the food that I eat. And I don't always eat chai peng. Right? So, but I don't enjoy traveling anymore. So I just stay in Singapore. So I do save money on going on holidays. I don't go on holidays overseas. It's just in Singapore. Right. I'm going off tangent. Anyway, like I said, yes, the reader is right. I'm growing not just older, I'm growing old. Another reader provided the numbers. Hey, AK, you'll be 55 years old in 2 years from now. And he asked me what I'll do with my CPF money. Would I choose the full retirement sum or the enhanced retirement sum? Right. So all these comments got me thinking. Right. And specifically it got me thinking about the CPF money, right? And I'm not a young person anymore. That's truism. I'm still relatively sharp now, yeah, but I can tell that my memory is not what it was, right? It is declining, and the doctors will tell you, oh, it's fine, as we grow older, our memory will not be as good as before. But I'm more worried about getting dementia, right? And apparently dementia is affecting people who are younger these days. Is younger people get dementia too, and it's becoming more and more common. And so although I've said before that if we are savvy investors, we should choose the full retirement sum instead of the enhanced retirement sum. And we invest the rest of our CPF money ourselves, right? And we could get better returns, right? But I think I've changed my mind. This consistent with the idea of me having a crisis mentality. What if there's a crisis? And always ask what could go wrong. So what's the crisis in this instance, right? So although it is true that if we are savvy investors, we could possibly do better if we invest our CPF money ourselves, any savings that's in excess of the full retirement sum. There is this question of age-related issues. What if we become mentally infirm in our old age? Or worse, we become mentally infirm in our middle age. Right? In our late 50s, we become mentally infirm, that kind of thing. It could happen. And I think for the most of us, the answer to this question would be to have a bigger stream of passive income. Passive income that does not fluctuate with market conditions. So we have the money no matter what, right? And CPF Life fills this role very well. And if we choose enhanced retirement sum, we would allow CPF Life to do this, to fill this role even better. So now I say enhanced retirement sum is not just for those who are not savvy investors, right? But it is also for people who want to have a greater level of certainty in retirement funding. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everyone should do this, because I am aware that interest accumulated in the full retirement sum or enhanced retirement sum in order for CPF Life to pay us an income for the rest of our lives will go into a pool. It will not go to our beneficiaries in case we should say bye-bye to this world much earlier than desired. So I'm aware, and there are people who say, I want the money to go to my beneficiaries. I don't want the money to go to a pool to benefit other people. Yeah, I'm aware. But you must remember that CPF Life is an annuity and it is an insurance product. It's an insurance against longevity risk. So like all insurance products, it is about pooling the resources from many people to protect against shared risk, right? We might not like the idea that having the interest accumulated on our savings going into a pool instead of our beneficiaries in case we should have a premature death, But what if we should be blessed with a long life? Then we will be dipping in the pool, taking other people's money because our own money will have been exhausted. So take the good with the bad, right? It's only fair, right? So just remember, it is a retirement funding tool, right? CPF Life. It is not a legacy planning tool, right? So with that in mind, I look at my own CPF, OA, and SA balances. So this is where the numbers come in, right? CPF OA, I have like almost $770,000. CPF SA, I have about $350,000. And for me, the full retirement sum when I turn 55 in year 2026 is going to be $220,400. $220,400, and the enhanced retirement sum will be double of this, and that'll be like $440,800. So my CPF SA just from interest earned should grow to be about $380,000 by year 2026, right? And that's assuming no further contribution on my part, okay? And if I were to choose enhanced retirement sum, it means that this $380,000 from my CPF SA will move into my CPF RA, and I will still have to move $60,000 from my CPF OA into the RA to hit $440,000 in the newly created CPF RA. And by the time I turn 65, there was a 10-year accumulation period from 55 to 65. By the time I'm 65 and I activate CPF Life to pay me monthly, I'll get about $3,400 per month if I choose the CPF Life standard plan. And that's for life, $3,400 per month for life. And I think that's going to be enough to cover the basics in my life. I think, okay? I'm just hazarding a guess here. So, I mean, I still enjoy making investment decisions and all that kind of thing. But as I grow older, I value simplicity more and more. And I become more kiasi. I become a bit more fearful. I'm less adventurous, right? I value simplicity more and more. So although I still want to do my own investments if I can, you know, there could come a time when I might not be mentally well enough to make such decisions. So making full use of CPF Life would help to mitigate this risk, right? And of course, I'm aware that all of us are different. We have different priorities, we have different beliefs. And what gives me peace of mind might be a source of discomfort for other people, right? So I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, right? If AK can do it, so can you. Bye-bye.